Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on wherever you are watching us from. This is Knowledge and Politics on the streets. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, share, comment for more political discourse. Yesterday, there was a debate in the House of Senate, a bill to ban open grazing in Nigeria. They said the Fulani have killed so many Nigerians, and now sheikh Gumi and the Metiala after Akapbio saying that Akapbio does not have that constitutional power to put a ban to open grazing. That open grazing has come to stay in Nigeria. Gumi told the Senate president yesterday. How can we react to this?
Okay, let me tell you, who is Gumi in Nigeria? What office or agency, federal agency is Gumi occupying? Is Gumi minister in Nigeria, or is Gumi a speaker in the House of Assembly or lower chamber? Gumi is just Sheikh Gumi is just a Muslim cleric. Yeah, an Islamic cleric. He's a clergy. But you see the level he has, let me say, that kind of rapport with federal government of Nigeria under Buhari. And today, Tinubu is here and the same Gumi, and nobody is asking him or calling him to order in order to check his excesses. That will tell you the kind of country we have here in this part of the world. Gumi is trying to sponsor herdsmen grazing, free movement in Nigeria, grazing on people's land, people's farm. Do you know that, by the way, they shouldn't be grazing even on ordinary, ground, because constant grazing, if not checked, kills most of the bush follows, and the soil will lose its nutrients. Yeah, it is there. It is one of the disadvantages of farming, to come out with healthy and rich harvest. Lands should not be overgrazed, because if overgrazed, most of the bush fallows or soil nutrients will be badly affected. It is a particular type or kind of erosion and the erosion. Are you listening to me? So let me just hit that point, that free grazing as a suggestion made by Metiala is a kind of man's inhumanity, wickedness, hostility against his fellow man. How could you be grazing us freely, moving, because you belong to the platform in West Africa called Metiala? Metiala should be called to order. If you want to rear a cow, if you are a husbandry man that is into livestock, you make an enclosure, you buy a land, you make an enclosure of, let us say, 100 area square feet of a land, 1,000 area square feet, an enclosure, and leave your livestock there. I mean cows. You go out, you buy hays, I mean grasses, dry grasses. You buy feed for your livestock. You feed them. You don't allow livestock like cows to move freely or to have free movement. Otherwise, they will go into people's farm and do what? And graze on crops. Crops like corn. You have cassava. You have beans. You have rice. Oranges, sativos. They will just enter the farms and easily devastate someone's, sweat. See, let me tell you, it is an injustice. It is man's inhumanity against his fellow man. Livestock should not be given freedom, free movement. Otherwise, our economy will be, at least on the line here. They will destroy utterly people's crop. The crop farmlands will be devastated by the herbivores.
But, sir, don't you think now who is Gumi and what is Gumi and the Metiala disagreeing to this bill? You see that these men, do they own Nigeria? Now, the Senate is trying to pass a bill, and Gumi is also challenging the authority, the constituted authority. Now, don't you think this call for Gumi's arrest and for the arrest of the Metiala leaders? Now, we've seen so much havoc that the native, sorry, these elders,
Herdsmen.
herdsmen have come to various Nigerians, whereby it has even paved way for food scarcity in Nigeria. Are they above the law?
Thank you so much. The people called headers or herdsmen, they are invaders from Senegambia. I use my word again. The herdsmen, the headers, are invaders. They are vandals. They are wanderers. They are nomads. They migrated from Senegambia in 18th centuries into the northern Nigeria. They fought the local houses and forced them into believing in their own traditional way of worshiping. They made them to believe that their religion is their religion. Then they forced them into what? Being Muslims. They converted all of them. After they fight you, they subjugate you. Listen and listen good. They will subject you to one practice or the other. And listen to me. Originally, the people in the north, they are not Muslims. They were traditional worshippers and Christians. These invaders called Fulani, they migrated from Senegambia and they forced the local houses to do what? To become one of them. And that is what is playing out in Nigerian government today. Almost virtually all the government agencies, you have Fulani there as the head. All the ministries in Nigeria, you have Fulani there. Then I want to talk you that in our police and our military, Fulani men constitutes at least about 65% of our military men. High-ranking officers. Are you listening to me? That's why you find out that Fulanis, they are everywhere. They have authority in every government, and every government that comes and goes. Go to the north. The whole Emirates are controlled by the Fulanis. Are you not seeing it? Go to Kano today. Ade Bayero and Sanusi, they are Fulani. The former governor of Kano State, Ganduje, is a Fulani man. The current and former government of Kaduna State, El-Rufai, sorry, it's not the current one. El-Rufai is a Fulani man. So if you check the whole states in the north, politically and otherwise, Fulani is in control. The whole political structures in the north are not controlled by the houses. Anytime you see a campaign going on in the north, mid-north, core north, never you think is an Hausa man that is in control or doing the rallying. It's the Fulani man. So which is why they have occupied everywhere in Nigeria. They are the one that have say in Nigeria. But what is, making things look somehow in this country is the way and manner Fulani man is controlling every government that comes and goes. We have a government now of Tinubu. Tinubu is from Southwest. Southwesterners are traditional worshippers and Christians. Then you have talking Muslims among them. But today, still Fulani have a say. Because Fulani already defeated the axis of Osun State, Oyo State, and the Kwara State, and mounted Emirates there. You don't have Oba of Ilorin again. What you have at Ilorin, Kwara State is Emir. So they're in control. They control the Nupes. The Nupe in Niger State, the Nupe in Kwara State. Even I've gone as far as Kogi State. They have say there. They are having say. Then you have Ibra, Igala, and the rest of the tribes. They are even Yoruba there. But Fulani has say in Kwara State. So what I'm trying to say is that the problem we have was that when Osman and Fodio migrated from Senegambia, the Hausa locals, I don't know why. Maybe out of what I don't know, maybe low mentality. Yeah, maybe the Hausas, they are thinking too low. Because you cannot go to Southeast. You couldn't do that. That century, 18th century, if you march towards Southeast, they will finish all of you. Even when we're fighting for years and make sure that he conquers you. That's why they defeated the Yoruba, they defeated the Hausas, and occupied their land till date. Okay, if you graze on Igbo man's farmland, you can't go free. So what? You can never go free. You can never go free. We have warriors in the southeast, and what is going on in the legislative chamber this time around? I think the houses, the north, they are going to have upper hands over the plan. They should all come out, and all hands should be on the desk to make sure that Fulani will never have a say or majority in the house. If they do, grazing, open grazing on people's land continues.
Sir, nothing political now. Sheikh Gumi has told Akapbio that and the Fulani are major stakeholders in Nigeria.
You see it?
And that reason such bill should be discarded in the house. Now, are you of the view that Fulani are also a major stakeholder?
That talk is coming from the angle of Middle Ages. The Middle Ages, I'm saying here is before the era of what? Renaissance. When people began to at least to learn, look bet in learning, people begin to develop. Let me tell you, Fulani being the major stakeholders in Nigeria, how? As how? As how? Is it because Dangote has been stealing, aligning and collaborating with federal government agencies to milk us our commonwealth? Dangote is not the richest man in the world. Nigeria is. Dangote is missing Nigerian resources together with his own. Dangote is not the owner of that money you are talking about. He is not. Fulani can never be the major stakeholders in Nigeria. It is a lie. Are they into manufacturing? That's a question. I need an answer. Are Fulani into technology, science and technology? Are they into what? Mechanical engineering. Science and technology includes both mechanical and electrical engineering. Who are the Fulanis? More educated, the most educated in Nigeria. Why should Gumi, a dirty cleric, make that kind of statement? A dirty man. The Fulanis are the major stakeholders. Do you know the meaning of what Gumi said? Our commerce and industries, Fulanis are there. Our science and technologies, Fulanis are there. When you talk about medication, medical industry, okay, the Fulanis are our medical doctors. How? Where? And then dealing with pesetas in science and technology in Nigeria, even West Africa. Trash what Gumi is saying. Gumi is coming from the angle of Islam. Is a man whose head has scattered of what? Ethnic bigotry and religious bigotry. There is nothing like that. It is an empty threat. Let me tell you, Nigerians, all hands should be on desk to fight Fulani menace in Nigeria. Gumi is blabbing, wumbling and fumbling.